Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope I caught you in a good mood and it's a good day. I love Sundays for planning the week ahead and for reflecting on the past week and seeing what was right and what was wrong. I feel like Sunday is one of those planning, reflecting days for me. Of course, Sunday, a lot of you guys going to church, spending time with family. We are going today, one of my favorite places. We're going to go to the bookstore that I love. I could literally live there. Hey, Gino. So, guys, today the topic of my video is flat tire or 3 types of men. I just felt that sometimes showing the example is the best way to explain things. So for those of you who are watching now and for those that will watch later, a little test. What would you do? What would you do if you receive a phone call from the lady you are with in a relationship, and she calls you, you are maybe at work or whatever you're doing, and she calls you and she says, hey, I'm stuck on the highway, I have a flat tire. Whether it's in Ukraine or here, the country doesn't matter. So she calls you, she got a flat tire and she's in the middle of somewhere, and there are 3 types of reactions that usually men give. And the first one is like, oh my gosh, oh, this is terrible, I'm so sorry, oh, it must be awful, so you're gonna be late, right? Okay, well, if you need any help, let me know when the movers get there, okay? Oh, well, I mean, not movers, sorry guys, the tow company gets there. Call them and let me know once I'm there to help you. The second type would answer, oh, should I, do you need any help from me? Should I come? Or do you have numbers of the, insurance or company you need to call? He kind of asking like, what should I do? Do you have the numbers? Whatever, things like that. And number 3, guys, pay attention. The guy gives an alpha male response. Where are you? And I'll be there in 20 minutes. That's the response that the man gives when his woman call him or text him and she is stuck somewhere, she is in some kind of danger or just some kind of accidental situation like that. If he is territorially available, if he is at home with friends, even at work, his response is, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Obviously, that's an alpha male response. He not pointing her where she need to ask for help. He's not telling her to call him once everything is okay. He actually taking care of the situation. Now, what to do if you cannot be there in 20 minutes because you are in another state, maybe even another country, but let's say you are in another town or state, or you have 2-3 hours of driving. So what you do, you call the number for her. You call the towing company, you call the insurance company, whatever it takes. You call a friend, and you don't tell her about it. You don't tell her what you're gonna do. You just tell her, okay, just relax and let me handle this. And especially you have to do this with a person that is new in United States, the person that you are that doesn't really know how things work here. But even if she does, that's called being a man. Is that you take it in your hands and you lead the process. You may tell her some things to do, depends on the situation, but even if you cannot come physically, which is the best. But if you can't, you arrange things so you and also most important, guys, that you're the one that calls, let's say, the towing company. You're the one that pays the bill. You're the one that sent whatever rescue help. You don't do this just to call the number and then she's paying the bill. You just being the man from the start to the end of this process. That's the main thing that a lot of American guys unfortunately do not get. They kind of either halfway helping or pretend they don't know what to do sometimes, or they tell a woman where she needs to call. I mean, if it's your woman or woman you want to be with, that's a time to be a man. This is a time to be let your manhood shine. Where there is a problem that needs to be solved, you do not direct her to a bunch of other sources. She can do it herself, believe it or not. It's also more than just a flat tire. It's more than just all these arrangements. It's about how you solve difficult situations and how you can support. That's the difference between having a girlfriend and being in a relationship with a man that knows what he's doing. And if man really doesn't do that, there is really no point of having one. Because Colin is supposedly your supporter, and listening that, oh my gosh, like having the, if you get angry or you freak out or you don't know what to do, it's better not to call you. And I know a lot of you guys know this, a lot of you would take care of things, but I just want to tell you, especially this is how things work with Eastern European women, because we expect and dream of a man's behavior, not of a girlfriend behavior. Actually, our girlfriends are pretty, our definition of friendship is pretty it's pretty strong. So probably the some of the girlfriends would come and help if something, if help is needed. Meanwhile, I want to say hi to Glenn and Bryce and Gino. Hey guys, great to see you. So yeah, I just want to say that there are three types of men. And guys, it's different when you are in a relationship with a regular, like very regular next door women that have no expectations of you. Even then, if you find a nice person that's maybe not Ukrainian, but it's a good person, it's a good woman, it's a woman that sees a man in you, that's what make our heart melt. A lot of people, I always hear this blame, a lot of frustrated men commenting under my YouTube videos and saying that all women need is money, and this is definitely, there are some psychological problems with this man, because certainly there are materialistic women like that, but I would say that 80% of women are not like that. What they want is just support. The whole point of being knowing that you can rely on a relationship. Otherwise, what is the point? Same for you guys. If you are in a relationship with a woman and every evening you are getting fast food, and she doesn't want, it's not about her being your servant. It's not about her being your I don't know, kind of like serving you like that. It's about her wanting to share some affection and show some feelings toward you. Let's say, for example, through a nice homemade dinner. It's the same thing. It's not that you demanding that. It's not that you expecting that. It's not that you threatening her with that. But what you do is you just really feel taken care of when even the lady, not maybe your wife, but just somebody you building a relationship with, if she had a thought, maybe she's here and you at work because first 3 months she cannot work. So maybe you making, she making a homemade meal just for you, and just she wants to do it. She wants to make you feel good. Whatever it can be. I do believe that relationship is an exchange. It's not a one-sided thing. Again, sometimes people write me, oh, so what do Ukrainian women do? Like what is, why it's all about what we can do? Well, the reason why I tell you guys what you can do is because a lot of you want to try, give it a shot and build a relationship with the women that love to be women and taking pride in being them. So without having any skills of practice, sometimes it's hard to know the strategy of how you can build that relationship. So be the type number 3. Be the type that takes charge in things that do not need to be asked. One time I had a situation where I felt very strange because I felt that I'm becoming this nagging woman. Nagging meaning, sorry guys, nagging meaning that I was asking somebody to help me, and it wasn't going very well. And I asked my male friend about, I couldn't understand what I'm doing wrong, and he told me, you don't need to be asking for these things. They should just be getting done. It's a responsibility to see them noticed. You don't need to ask for obvious things that they're true, so like we call them alpha male, or just just man that cares. He sees wants need to be taken care of. So you don't need to beg or ask for obvious. But I felt guilty, and I felt kind of that maybe something wrong. It was nice to be reassured from man's perspective that, we all have our responsibilities. And yes, sometimes you have to talk, sometimes you have to hint, sometimes you just need to sit down and have a conversation and maybe define those responsibilities. But be the guy that doesn't need to be told. Doesn't need to be told, doesn't need to be asked. If you see a problem, you start solving it way before then somebody needs to ask you about it. So that is the message today, guys. I want to see type number 3 on this page. And I believe that most men want to be in charge, want to be helpful, want to have a place. When women say, I'm going to do everything myself and, it's going to be done better, they don't understand that they're signing like a desk contract to a relationship, because it's a false illusion of strength. It's more of a control. And truly strong people are not controlling. They let other people to help them. These women can do everything by themselves, but they choose not to. And when women do that, it also weakens the man, because his natural role is becoming, first of all, man feels that there is no trust, and secondly, it's making them weaker because they can't. They starting to play a secondary roles and being on the second place. It's just really not a good thing to be. And the good news is, in Ukrainian culture, even very, very strong women want for men still to be a man and play the leading role. Because especially if they are very strong and accomplished, they want have somebody who can make them feel relaxed, and somebody who can make them feel that they are stronger, that you can rely on me. So you may be the boss at work, but when you come home, you can just relax. You don't have to be a boss at home. And healthy women do not want to be the boss at home. They just want to enjoy the ride. They want to be a girl. They want to put a dress and go and have fun. So that is my message, guys. We talk a lot about these things in our VIP club. We had a wonderful call on Saturday. I want to say thank you to all the guys that made it on Saturday. It was a fabulous call. We even had guests from Europe, from Denmark, from South Africa, and of course from US. It was Bryce, you're confusing me. I'll talk to you later about this. Oh. So I was saying that the VIP club call was really, really good. So guys, we actually changing the rules a little bit. So now we're gonna have call once every other week. So it's gonna be 2 calls in a month. And you know, we never go for an hour. Originally the plan was an hour. So you still get your money worth of the calls. We're going for about hour and a half or 2 hours, one time every other week. And the schedule is Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, or Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. So we're gonna alternate these times, and it's always 2 hours because I really want to give every member possibility to express themselves, to share their struggles, and we kind of work on first part is more on the self-development and just goals and questions, and second is people share their experiences, and that is really helpful when there is not just theory, but we have guys who are successful in a relationship and they're still in the club, so they sharing the strategies, the struggles, and inspiring other guys to go and travel, or you know, to start working on their lives more and not taking their current life situation as some kind of defeat. So if you would like to support me, you can share my videos. For some reason I cannot post my live video on YouTube right now. I don't understand why. So if you can share your videos on your timeline or in any other group, I appreciate this a lot, and I can always see who is sharing. So maybe every month there would be some bonus for person that shares the most videos. And if you want to be a VIP member, please let me know and I will tell you what you need to do. You can also come as a guest, just check it out, see if this is anything you want to be a part of. So far, it's been a really great supportive group, and I want to say thank you to all the guys that have been consistent and have been making it. I feel like we create a circle of friends, and even when we study and talk about serious things, we always laugh and have it fun. So guys, I wish you success on whatever wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I don't know answer for your question, Bryce. Was what if a man wants a partner and doesn't want to be in charge? I really don't know. Maybe he should be gay or something. I really don't know. I don't know any healthy man who does not want to be in charge. You know, my son is just turned 9. He already wants to be in charge of everything. In being in charge, I don't mean to be a dominating man. I don't mean man in charge is somebody that dominates a woman, that completely decides everything, that is like the spider, controls her. No. Being in charge, I mean being the leader, being the supporter, and being, of course, being loving and gentle, and so as from, it has to be an exchange, but kind of having that support. In Russian, the word married for woman means, if you translate that word, the word is it means literally behind the husband. At least Ukrainian women, even the strong ones, even, I mean, most of them are pretty strong. They just don't talk about it. But the accomplished women, the professional women, they want men to be a leader. It doesn't mean that he takes all the decisions and you know, he overwhelms everything and he controls. No, but he got her back. That's what I mean. And the cool thing is, it is somewhat of a partnership. I mean, not somewhat. It is a partnership because the woman got his back. If something is happening, she always got his back. So, and she got his back in a feminine way, in a way of care, of love, of inspiration, and mental support. She is his best friend, because a lot of times men do not want to share things they go through with other men, because other men, their friends, very often look at it as a weakness. But having a woman that does not see a weakness or judge you, but want to support you and want to know your vulnerable parts and want to support you, I think it's wonderful. So by any meaning, I think, Bryce, maybe you misunderstood me. I gave an example of his attire because that's what I mean, a man in charge. So you know, if your woman gets stuck somewhere and you're giving her advice, at least that's not the kind of man Ukrainian women are looking for. They don't need an advice. If you are there, if you are in a committed relationship, you either show up yourself or you figure out some way so she's taken care of. And she's totally capable of taking care of herself, but that is your role. And yes, it might not be for everybody. It might not be for many people. That's why you gotta learn before you sign a contract. You know, before you marry an unknown person, you got to learn the culture. So, okay, guys, my Saturday life just for you. I can't live a day without you guys. I love coming out and connecting. Thank you so very much for being awesome, for great feedback I'm getting, for your support. Of course, my VIP members, special thank you to you for everything. So I wish you a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the day, and I will see you very soon. And if you want to support me, guys, don't forget to share my videos. Thank you.